let's imagine now we are very technologically advanced, and we can learn anything, and we can program anything and set everything into our brain. So so let's take it's 2500, so let's be think like that, and we are very advanced. So then you will ask, why we need to learn something, why we need to learn in traditional way, and why it is important to do that. And as we are living in 2025, so we know we need, we can predict the future, like, in the future it's about to come, we don't need to learn anything, everything can be programmed into our brain. And we are going to live like that. But then you will ask, in after some years, it's not worth learning anything, you feel like, yo, I'm not gonna, no, it's not a, best option, we can implement the technology into our brain, and or use the technology, we don't need to, learn anything, we can just, uh, program into our brain. And so what is the importance, of, learning, learning the things by manual way. So for to understand that, if you learn by just programming, into your brain, it's like you are just, it's like you're just copying into your brain, so you need to understand that what makes your learning, you don't like to learn, but you like the process of learning. You don't like the feeling of learning, or sorry, you like to get the feeling of knowledge, no learning, but you don't need the feeling of learned. So that makes the difference, from learning through experiences. We learn by doing, we gain the experiences, we feel we are learning, and we know we are learning. But if we are feeding into our brain, we just learned it, but we are not learning, we don't have the experience. We don't have the experience. So everybody learns in different way. So that experience makes the learning or the doing fantastic, or incredible, uh, but what you are doing by programming into your brain, you are just learned. So it's like holding a phone, and you can know, anything about this world very easily, and by using the technology. But here you are just learned the thing, but it's like, your phone is learned, or from your your internet is learned. Same way your brain is learned, but it's not learning, it's don't have the experience of learning. Every chip, or everything you implement, or something like that, has the same, experience, or the same way of just learned. There is no learning, it's not personalized, or it's not, I'm not saying that it's bad, so it can make you more productive. But for we biological creatures, um, this experience is really a good feeling. But maybe we will find a different way to feel ourselves good and feel ourselves worth, using our time, yeah. But I would say, why, so let's say you are learning something new, like video editing or something like that. But if you program into your brain, you just learned it. So if done like that, you are not, but if you learn through the experiences, I think he is much worth than somebody who just learned. Yeah, they have lot of, you know experiences and intuitions, so, but same way, this uh, learn guy also have that, yeah, learn guy is that chip is programmed into your brain, that program is programmed into your brain. So, but he don't have the feeling, sorry, he don't have that original feeling, that makes the learning, I know I'm not, you are not convinced yet, so I'm not able to speak that clearly, so let's say, let's talk about that, once more, you're learning how to code, sorry, so you're typing, you feel the frustration, you are facing the challenge, you're just typing, you're learning, you're just researching and how to do it. But if that same program or that same language or something like that, if programmed into your brain, you just learned it, it's just learned it, no more than that, you don't get any challenges. Yeah, that's it, you just learned it. So you don't have that experience of challenging yourself, you just learned it. So why you are learning, it's because you want to feel the feeling of learning, but it's learned, or the feeling of something is completed is not meant for, in the, in the case of learning, you don't want to completely learn something, you want to keep on learning. That's how the learning work, that feel original to you and that feels special for you, so you are not convinced yet, I know clearly, but in my feeling, why I'm learning, it's to feel like I'm learning, it's just to feel I'm learning, like why you are alive, it's to just to experience, no more than that, it's to feel I'm alive, than something meaningful to do, or I meant to, or I came to this world, I have a lot of purpose, I'm not thinking like that, I'm just living and experiencing, so just sit like this and just, you're just sitting and look at your hands and you can move like this, and that's it, same way learning to code, you are just experiencing this process, that process makes you feel human, so, but I'm not criticizing, or I'm not telling you need to implement the technology, so it can make our humanities to grow, so I said earlier, in other videos. So yeah, that's it, that's why you are learning, you're just to want to feel, you want to feel, uh, so that's it, why you are live, why you are live alive, it's to just to live, no more than that, yeah, that's it.